Ladies and gentlemen, it is me, Matt Stryker. Today I got a special guest. Please introduce yourself.
Well, I am the one that, quite frankly, has had a whirlwind of couple of weeks.
Mhm.
But I'm going to stay focused. But overall, my name is Ian.
How are you doing, Ian?
Sore, but I will be fine.
Now, why did you request this interview?
Because I was watching the pay per view beforehand, and there was a lot of interviews, and there was stuff I wanted to say, but I couldn't get a slot on the main show for an interview. So I thought, well, give Matt Striker a call, see if he can fit me in.
And I heard that. Anyway, what do you think? What's going on with the NWS Revolution as of late? What are your thoughts on the Sons of Chaos? Because I understand you have beef with some of them.
My main beef is with Cody, but I will deal with him in due course. Because sooner or later, Cody Brainerd and I are going to fight. And when we fight, Cody, you're not going to stand a chance, boy. I'm going to school you. I'm going to make you my bitch. And put it this way, by the time our fight happens, you ain't going to be ready.
Now, what did you think of your match with Dallas Counterman and Dallas Counterman being the World Heavyweight Champion?
I was hoping you would ask me that question. You see, Dallas, you knew when I hit you with that one winged angel, I fucking had you. I had you laid out in the middle of the ring, one, two, three, until somebody, who I'll get into later, got involved in the match, costing me the World Heavyweight Championship, which was stupid on their part because they could have had a shot at the world title, but no, they don't think like that because they're fucking stupid. But anyway, overall, Dallas is tough, but I can hang with him. I'm pretty sure. Somewhere down the line, there is going to be another match between Dallas and I, but the outcome will be different.
Also, what do you think of how Scott Keesegale and Wabba Knight have switched minds up? Scott Keesegale sound like Wabba Knight and Wabba Knight sound like Scott Keesegale. What's your opinion on that?
Strange. I don't see how switching their minds is making them, well, helping them. But hey, if that's what floats their boat, then just let that play out, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And also, what is your opinion on the Shinobi Mafia Warriors?
Scum. Pure scum. That is what I say they are. I have
And
no respect for any of them.
and do you have any opinion on Michael Miner and why he has been making that many videos? What do you think the reason is?
I think Miner's just plotting his next move. Because if Miner's Miner, like I think he is, he's just biding his time, waiting for an opportune moment to make a response and actually come out and say something.
And what do you think about what happened to Cody Bernard? When Shane McMahon beat him up and the Sons of Chaos destroyed them.
At least, at least finally he's been shut up.
And now the top bottom question is Maximus. What do you think about Maximus finally accepting your challenge at Fighters of the Survivors?
You see, Matt, when he accepted the match and told me when, I smiled. I wasn't scared of Maximus accepting my challenge. It was about time he did, because you see, that match is the biggest fight I could have asked for. And quite frankly, I welcome the challenge. But you see, Maximus, you cost me the world championship, and in a way, I'll thank you for it. Because basically, excuse me, I've got a fan here messaging me. Excuse me. There we go. You see, Maximus, I do have something I want to say to you. Something I want to say to Jack as well. Because I've noticed a change in Jack since he took his leave of absence. Now, Maximus, Fighters of the Survivors, last man standing. You're getting your ass kicked, Scottish style, bitch. And I'm going old school, fucker, because I'm going to beat you, and I will be the last man standing. Now, Jack, to you. Ever since you said on the Aces Brothers Clubhouse that you were taking some time off and that you were going to be on commentary because you were healing up injuries, it got me thinking. Why would you take time off when you're on a potential good momentum run with all the fans behind you and me as a tag team partner, being in the Aces Brothers? And it got me thinking. And I think I figured out why. It's because of Maximus. Because before Maximus was even inceptioned into this company, let alone this world, you were going out there, you were basically fighting no matter what the cost was or how hurt you were. But since he's been around, you've held back, you have not been yourself, and I'm telling you this because I care. And I'm going to put it to you bluntly, Maximus is the cancer of you not being what you say you are, which is better than the best. And the perfect example of that would be the whole certain somebody else problem that you had, and you dealt with him. So I do believe Maximus is the cancer to you, Jack. I really do. And I would appreciate it, with all due respect, my brother, if you could come out here and join me.
I think Dallas made a comment in the comment section.
Oh, please tell me what he said.
He said, Maximus didn't cost you the championship, Ian. You wouldn't have won in the first place.
That's why I hit you with a one-winged angel and then the lights went out, Dallas, right? So cut the crap. You know I had you beat. You know it. You just don't want to admit it because, quite frankly, I'm the toughest opponent you've had so far.
Now, speaking of the Jackson here.
I appreciate you coming out here.
Let me make one thing perfectly clear so even you can understand it. I am currently injured. There is no holding back. I never hold back. And I don't care who you are or who you think you are. That goes to anyone. I don't hold back.
It just seems to be whenever...
Maximus, even though he is the demon to me, has nothing to do with me being out. Do you not think I would love to be in the ring right now? Hell in a Cell took its toll to me. One of the most brutal matches I've ever been a part of. And then on the following Impact, I faced one Jason Voorhees and the Weapons of Mass Destruction. So having been in a Hell in a Cell match and then Weapons of Mass Destruction, I did suffer some injuries.
And injuries haven't stopped you before in your career?
I suffered concussions. And they told me that I can't step back in the ring until it's gone.
Then why the hell was Maximus in the ring looking like you?
Deciding to listen to what's best for my well-being. I'm not going to go all lunatic like I used to.
You're not going to be also Robert Knight profanity, no profanity, are you?
That's got nothing to do with it, and I don't. Oh, I detest profanity. For one, wait, what am I saying?
Are you sure you're okay?
It's all about profanity. Excuse me, you see, the concussions are getting to me. I love profanity. Huh. There we go, that's what I meant to say. Fuck, fuckity, fuck, see?
I'm pretty sure you're just... See, I said that because I care.
Yeah, and you know what?
Oh, fuck's sake! Now the world champ who got lucky Sunday night comes out here and he's gonna brag.
I think you should let Jack. I think you should let Jack finish. I came in here because this isn't an Asses Brothers hangout, so I have every right to step in just like Jack did. But I suggest you let Jack finish because, unlike you, Ian, I still have respect to let people finish what they have to say before interrupting like a little bitch, like an egotistical bitch like you are. So why don't you listen to what Jack was saying before running your fucking mouth like you always do, talking a big game? Let him finish. How about that? Let him finish what he had to say.
Thank you. As I was saying, Maximus has got nothing to do with me being out. I don't hold back. That's not my style, and you know that for a damn fact. Everyone knows that for a fact. I am currently out due to injury, due to concussions, because it's all catching up to me. And there's nothing I can do about it until I'm cleared.
Then why don't you explain to me then, right when I had Dallas beat, lights go out, and then Maximus appears looking like you?
Ian, you know that Maximus is a part of me. He always has been. He probably always will be. I've got no control over that, just like the very start in 2015 when he took over. He is a strong demon. It is impossible to stop, quite frankly. You can shake your head all you want because you, Ian, don't have any humans.
It's not impossible.
You don't have any humans. I have 2 of them. The other one, thankfully, is no longer around.
And he even said he was impossible.
He is, he's unpredictable. That's all anyone needs to know.
I know Maximus isn't impossible to stop.
Well, no offense to Cody, but I think he got lucky back in 2015.
It's not going to be luck for me.
Ian, if Cody was barely able to put away Maximus, what makes you think you stand a chance? You know what? I'm sorry, but I have to agree with him on this one.
I'm going to cure the cancer once and for all and get rid of it. That being Maximus.
Well, I wish you best of luck because you're going to need it. I'm telling you.
I have all the belief and focus I need.
He is much stronger than he's ever been before. I don't know if you stand a chance.
He doesn't stand a chance.
You already costed you rampage if he got inside your head.
No, he cost me when he knew I had Dallas beat. Let's be real here.
You didn't have me beat. Let's call it like it is. You didn't have me beat, Ian. Whether or not Maximus hopped in that match, you were a bloody battered mess. And I find it funny that on that note, you think that you could have beaten me Meanwhile, I'm the only one in this company that has ever squashed Cody Brainerd. Nobody else in the history of this company has ever done that. And Cody's whipped your ass how many times? Jack's whipped your ass how many times? And don't get me wrong, I'm not favoring Jack here, but I put them both to the limit. And the two people that have run all over you, I've whooped their asses with ease. And you're saying that you were at a pinnacle of almost pinning me with some fairy tale move? Ian, give your head a shake, buddy. Whether Maximus was in there or not is irrelevant. I'm glad he came in because that just put more of a focus of what kind of a loser and a troublemaker you are in this company and how you constantly put your foot in your mouth, or you should be. That was why Maximus came out there, but he didn't cost you the match. You wouldn't have won regardless if he stepped foot in that ring or not.
That's why I had you laying down in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3, right?
You gave me your movie, and you didn't even attempt to pin me.
Yes,
Where were you during our match?
Where was I? I was in the ring.
You hit the one-winged, whatever the hell you call it. I went down, and you hadn't even attempted to pin me before the lights went out, and your fighting guy there, Maximus, came out and tried to disturb and cause some trouble for you. So you hadn't even tried to cover me yet. How do you even know you would have even made a 1 count, Ian? You see, you're getting way too far ahead of yourself, and you're trying to cause some bullshit and spew some lies and deceit about what happened in that match. Anybody that was there saw that you hadn't even covered me yet before the lights went out.
Seems a bit convenient then, doesn't it?
Seems a bit convenient that you lie about the outcome of the match to support your own story and chain of events. Kind of like you've done a lot in your career, Ian. You want to talk about how Maximus got lucky, or Jack got lucky, or Cody got lucky in certain matches. You know who the real lucky one in this entire situation is, Ian? Is you. Because you've gotten lucky your entire career. That's the only reason you're anywhere where you are today, or you're even close, or been able to do some of the things. It's all based on luck. You don't have no skill. You don't have no fight. You have bullshit and ego on your side. And for somebody like you to say that you gave me my toughest match to date proves that you are one egotistical little man. Because out of all the fighters, even outside of me holding this world championship, the people like Jack, people like Cody, people especially like Ian, or not Ian, I should say Jerry rather, all those people that I've fought, that I've had extremely rough matches with, and you want to say that your match was far superior than the ones that I've had with them? How could you honestly say that, Ian? That just shows you have some massive ego problems. And I think anybody that even wants to be on your side has to agree with me there.
Seems like, well, I don't want to put words in his head, but it seems like you and Jack have been agreeing against me the whole time.
That I've what?
I said you and Jack have agreed on everything since you came in here.
I've not said a word.
Yeah, Jack hasn't even said a word. And I just told him, listen, I'm not siding with you, even when I was starting at the very beginning here. I have a problem with him, just like I have a problem with you. Mind you, my problem with you is more the focal point right now. But, yeah, I've criticized Jack for undermining the things I've done in my career in the past, too. As far as things that maybe we've agreed on a few things in this this little talk here, yeah, because the fact of the matter is they're true. Even anybody that's on your side would have to admit that some of the things I'm saying is true. It's a fact. And you can't deny. That's one thing that I think I am the only one in this company, is that regardless if I talk a lot of shit or if I have my own ego, I've never lied. I've been completely forthcoming and transparent and honest. So out of anybody in this company, when I think something, my words should be taken as fact, or the closest thing to it at least. Because I've never bullshitted anybody. I've said the truth. And the truth and the fact of the matter is, Ian, your ego is going to continuously fuck you over until you start humbling yourself and realizing that, listen, you're not the best thing in this company. You're really not.
If you don't believe you're the best, then you should leave, should you not?
This has nothing to do with believing you can do something, Ian. Look at how has history treated you. As of this standing, the only title, the only thing worth mentioning that you hold in this company is that you're the shortest reigning world heavyweight champion in NWS history. Is that really a title you want to be known for? Because it is. That's the only accolade that you have, a history-making, breaking accolade in this company that you hold, is the fact that you are the shortest reigning world heavyweight champion in NWS history.
I vacated that title for other reasons.
Doesn't matter. It's a fact. Doesn't matter why you vacated it. The fact of the matter is that you were the shortest reigning NWS heavyweight champion. And whether you love me or you hate me, you have to agree with the fact that that's the truth. And nobody else has brought up that point either except me, at least recently.
No, I'll give you that. But you see, I'll leave it with this. For everybody out there that thinks I'm not going to beat Maximus, you're in for a huge wake-up call. Because at Fighters of the Survivors, not only am I going to beat him, I'm going to be the last man standing, and I'm going to slay the demon once and for all and send him where he came from and lock that pathway to where he can never return to this company. And Maximus, am I lying?
Ian, I gotta ask the question though, who are you trying to convince? Us or you?
I'm not trying to convince anybody. I have the belief to do it.
You can have all the belief in the world, but until you actually do it, it wouldn't mean anything.
Then in Fighters of the Survivors, I'm going to let my actions do the talking.
Oh, that was, for your information, I am not a crackhead because I'm straight edge. Alright?
Crackhead was a figure of speech. It wasn't actually referring to the fact that you partake in the crack life, so to speak there.
Right.
Although I will say some of the things that you say against me are that of what a crackhead would say, so I think the figure of speech does in fact fit the narrative at this case.
Because there is absolutely nothing wrong with the almighty Gallus, right?
When did I say that?
No,
you see,
everything I think is something a crackhead would say.
Well, not everything, but a few things. And not only that, but they're also based on hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy?
Like I said, you guys go and criticize how irrelevant I am and your asses brothers little hangout there. You talk about how I have an ego. You talk about how I don't deserve the world title. Yet I have all these accolades and things that you guys fail to mention, which proves why I deserve to be where I am today. I did something that you guys never did. And
I think you got that part mixed up there. You see, I'm going to give you credit where it's due. You know.
You've never done that before, but I'm curious to hear what you have to say there. Go ahead.
It's going to be tough for me to say, but there is a part of me that does think you deserve to be, the world champion.
Well, that's an half-assed admittance. I should be. All of you think that I do deserve to be the world champion, but it's a start. I'll take it.
Given the fact that we're foes, I'm not going to kiss your ass.
Kissing my ass? It's not even kissing my ass. Admitting when somebody's a tough opponent or deserving isn't kissing their ass.
No, I'll admit you're a tough opponent. You're one of the toughest guys I've stepped in the ring with.
Well, there we go.
And I've enjoyed our battles, and I'm sure there's many more to go.
Oh, I'm sure there is too.
Whether it be you or the unknown.
I'm actually not right now. Like I said, I've made that mention, and I want to clarify that too. As far as this Dallas Christ that's been making appearances here and there, or the unknown, I have no clue what those are. The unknown is somebody different from me. Maybe similar to you and Maximus.
But that was the guy I brought in.
You did, yeah. You had something to do with that. So I hear, absolutely.
That guy had respect for me. I don't know what happened there.
That's something you'll have to take up with him. But once again, I haven't seen him or heard him respond to you in, I don't think, ever since he actually did make his debut. So how do you know that he has anything against you?
Well, last time I remember seeing him, he had like half face paint, black sign, half you, I think, half him.
Yeah, I remember that, yep.
I can't remember when it was, sometime last year or... yeah, I would love to see him back. I really would.
Well, that's all up to him, man. I can't control that. All I can control is what I'm doing now. And that's the one thing that I can say is regardless of how mysterious or eerie the unknown was, the fact of the matter is as well, is that I've accomplished more than the unknown has even in this company. Sure, it made people talk. The unknown did. But the unknown never held the NWS World Championship. I do.
Again, that's where I've got to give you credit there.
Got to give the devil his due.
Yeah.
I said you got to give the devil his due there.
Well, there you go. You see? And that's not kissing my ass. That doesn't mean we're on the same page. But that's the fact.
I know this might be a weird time to say so, but I will give you my respect for, I've said a lot of stuff, but you are one of the reasons why the NWS Revolution is what it is today.
Say that again. I want to hear you repeat that, please.
I said, and you know what? I'll say it again. You are one of the reasons why the NWS Revolution is what it is today.
Now that's a huge step. You know what? That's good. Finally, some actual acknowledgement is coming out of your mouth instead of criticizing every move I've ever made. That, you know what? Good. I appreciate that. I can actually say, friend or foe, that I appreciate when people speak truth like that. That's good. That's good.
Well, it was hard for me to say, but, I respect what you have done in the ring. And you've gotten to where you're at today. You remind me of me a little bit, ultimate opportunist.
We ain't seen that in a long time. And I mean that at you, Jack, not...
Wait, what did you say?
I said we've not seen that from you in a long time.
Well, I figured, I gotta give him respect for... I know it's a weird time to do it, but hey, better...
I know it's... I know you've completely...
Even after all the trash talking and everything, and I'm all of a sudden giving him respect.
I know it's weird.
But, give the devil his due.
Yeah, but let's see. Let's see if...
everything he's done. And no, I am not sucking up to him. I don't like doing that.
Speaking the truth, once again, is not sucking up. I just want to make that perfectly clear. Telling somebody that they're so good when they don't actually deserve to be told that they're doing good, or that they're awesome, or that they deserve acknowledgement, that's sucking up. Telling the truth about somebody's accolades, once again, to repeat myself, is not sucking up.
Although then again, every time I talk about my stuff like that, people fail to admit it.
Who's failed to admit accolades you've made mention of? Like who?
Well, I don't know. It's just like every time I say that I'm better than the rest and, I'm glorious, because I've proved it in the ring. I have beaten everyone. No one wants to admit that.
Well, you haven't directly beaten everybody, and that's more or less a difference of opinion in the way you look at it.
I mean, I have, if you think about it. I've beaten everyone in the Revolution. I've beaten everyone everywhere else.
You haven't beaten everybody because you still haven't beaten me.
I've beaten you, and you see,
You know,
that's where we agree to disagree there.
That's what I mean.
Because it was a no holds barred match.
Until you either pin me, where you get the 1, 2, 3, you make me tap out, or I don't make the count of 10 and a last man standing. I mean, I would even omit the fact if we had a steel cage match and you jumped over the cage, I would even consider that not a true victory for you, because once again, that proves you could not actually outfight me. Other stipulations
So
that allow
let me
you to
ask-
get that allow you to get the win, where I don't actually, like I said, submit or tap, isn't a true victory. And that would be the same thing for me. If I beat you by jumping over the cage and my feet landed on the floor, or I made you pass out in a last man standing match, sure. Technically, you could consider that a victory, but that's not a true victory.
So basically, I have beaten everyone, just not you.
So let me interject here. So even if Jack made you say I quit, Dallas, would that not be a victory?
If what?
If Jack and you were in a I quit match and you said those words,
No, that would
would that
technically
not be a
be a
victory?
yeah, I think that would probably be a victory because I'm actually admitting defeat. I'm actually saying I can't continue this match. Whereas when I passed out, I mean, the body has limitations. People's strength and the ability to fight is always limited by their own body. So, once again, to say I quit, that's me saying, listen, I don't want to continue. Passing out, my body is the one that's basically succumb to whatever the fact or whatever it is. And like I said, as far as using chemical to make a person pass out, again, people are going to agree to disagree. I'll always say that is a cheap tactic to get a victory, especially when that's the only hypothetical victory that you've ever obtained. If you've pinned me in the past or you've beaten me other ways in the past, the fact of the matter is that is the one and the only supposed victory that you consider a victory. That's the only thing that you have to your name when it comes to you and me, Jack. Same with you, Ian. When it comes to when we were forming the Acolytes of Destruction, the only victory you have towards me is when I chose to lay down for you so we could form the Acolytes of Destruction. You see what I mean? Other than that, you guys don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to beating me. Because either it was pre-planned and it was predetermined on what we were going to do to form a group, or B, there was a cheap tactic, which I consider to be cheap, such as a chemical, to make me pass out where I have no say in continuing the match. How can you consider that a victory? That's my question.
Well, you do make a good point there. Given that I am an ultimate opportunist, I thought, I'll do whatever it takes to win. So that's what I did. But I did it the wrong way, and I should have beaten you, like you said, by those terms. And, I'm waiting for whenever we next face off.
And that will happen. And like I said, I'm not taking anything away. As I said, it was the board of directors or the management of the NWS that chose to reverse that decision between you and I, Jack. All I was saying to you was that I think the way that you won was cheap, and I wouldn't consider that a victory. And what the board of directors or whoever in upper echelon management chose to change the outcome of that match, that's on them. But as I said, if you want to consider yourself better than the best, it's hard to take that seriously when you don't actually outfight somebody. You want to be better than the best, then I think you need to outfight somebody that you haven't actually beaten 1, 2, 3 or made submit.
You know what? Might come to a surprise to you, but on that part I agree. Because I can't, it's like I said before, I can't fully call myself that until I beat you, or fight you, as you say. And again, I am waiting on whatever that may be, whatever you feel like it. I'm, me, whatever, wherever.
In due time, that will happen. In due time.
Not right now, though, because I'm trying to recover. So...
Yeah, I'm going to pull an Ian here and say, well, Jack, I want you at your best, 100% when you and I face in a medal of this ring. So that's a fact. I don't want you at 50%. So you recover. You take all the time you need. But no plans as of yet. It will happen. It definitely will happen where you and I have a face-to-face in the middle of the ring once again.
I'll take that as some form of respect that you want me at 100%. And, you know, you can't say that would be a victory if you beat me at 50%.
Absolutely not. I'd be the first one to admit it.
What?
No, I'm just thinking.
No, go on.
No, I'm just thinking.
No, you said you like what say something, so
No, it's just when you said that when you fight you're going to be 100% against Dallas, it's just got me thinking. That's all.
yeah, that was a challenge. When I'm fully recovered, I'm waiting on him.
I just have thoughts in my head. That's all.
And Ian, as far as
you know what those thoughts are, in case you think about getting involved.
Nope. I'm not
Okay.
getting involved. I just have thoughts in my head.
Because I don't want my victory tainted if I happen to beat Dallas. Just saying.
Nope. I will stay in the back when that match takes place.
Otherwise, then again, I can't say I've beaten him because it's been tainted.
You'll beat him.
Well, that's yet to remain seen. So, you know, I'll keep saying it. I'm just waiting. You know where to find me.
Yep. And hold on, excuse me, media.
Okay.
I'm going to say, too, if Ian's away, but I think Ian's main focus should be two things right now. One, apparently, whatever's going on with him and Maximus, he should focus on. And two, before he has any type of longevity against me, is to figure out his shit with Cody, because still at this point, I'm the only one in NWS history, another title, as I mentioned before, to beat Cody Brainerd, to completely squash him. Nobody's ever done that in this company. And I think before Ian has any bearing when he tries to say how he can beat people with the one-winged angel, or just one-winged angel, brother, before he can even attempt to think that move would be able to incapacitate somebody by just delivering it once, I think he needs to take care of whatever's going on with Maximus, prove himself there, if he's even able to do so. And then, yeah, you know what? Go on and beat somebody that he's had a really big history with, and that being Cody Brainerd. That's my thoughts, whether or not he wants to do it or chooses to go that direction. But once again, I think if anybody's going to take him seriously or start to, those would be two things he's going to want to accomplish first, before even attempting to throw out random heavyweight championship challenges or any of this other bullshit.
Yeah.
But aside from that note, you know, I want to bring up a topic that the world champion here has been listening a lot to. And that is the Shinobi Mafia Warrior drama that's going on here. I'd like to know what the hell's going on here, because I keep hearing Shinobi Mafia Warriors.
I was listening to what you just said, Dallas.
Yeah.
And I will give you credit. I need to deal with Maximus, and then I'll deal with Cody. And when I've dealt with them, there is somebody on my radar. And it's not you. It's somebody else.
So do you think it's wise to be... Or, well, go ahead, finish, and then I'll interject. Go ahead.
And I know where I want to face the third individual. I'm not going to say any more than that.
Well, personally, I think you got enough on your plate then to even entertain the thought of planning a match with a third person, because the two people that I've suggested you need to go after, I'd say should be taking all of your time and your efforts and your strength.
They are. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying it right now. In the future, there is a third individual. That's all I'm saying.
Is that when you supposedly, according to what everybody's saying, you reveal yourself as the new member of the Shinobi Mafia Warriors, or is that before?
I am not the newest member.
Well, then why does everybody say you are? Like, I have no idea what's going on here. The world champion is busy doing other things, but this topic comes up a lot, and your name seems to be front and center of who is the new member. And I'd like to know why that is.
And I am not the new member. Cody Brainerd is. Because in case you don't know,
I'm sorry
Cody
to
cost me...
Whichever one of you, who I consider my brothers, whichever one of you that is, so like I said, you won't live to see another day. Because I will feel like you once again have stabbed me in the back. And what Randy Orton did to Jeff Hardy will seem like nothing compared to what I would do to you.
It's not me. I have... Because besides, in case you don't know, Dallas, Cody has cost me the Hardcore Championship on 2 occasions. 2 occasions. Now, why would he help the Shinobi Mafia Warriors to keep the Hardcore title on 2 occasions? A bit weird, right? But
because
he beats Minor.
Hold on, Ian. It's because you have beef with him. That's why he's got involved.
Speak of the fuck.
You do have beef with
devil.
You do have beef with a lot of people, Ian.
You know, it's funny, Ian. I caught the little comment that he said that I'm that member of the Shinobi Mafia Warriors. You know what? I can't say I'm surprised you throwing my name out there because of the amount of dirt that I had on you. And, you know, the thing that Jack said that whoever did it, if it was one of us, that then we'll live to see another day. To that, I say, Ian, I'm sorry for funeral. But hey, fuck. If you weren't such a dumbass and revealed the date of the third member revealed, who else would fucking know that? How else would anyone else know that? Oh, it's a lucky guess. Don't give me that shit. It's more than a lucky guess, Ian.
It's not me.
Ian, dude,
it's you,
why
Cody.
would you reveal a supposed date that they're going to be revealed? Like,
that's
stupid. That's giving yourself away right there. Like, that's...
It's like when Abyss revealed they are coming. Because he had some involvement in that.
Exactly. Difference is, Abyss is a monster, a fucking sadistic son of a bitch that, you know, he can reveal shit and, you know, get away with it. You are nowhere near that level, and you're a complete buffoon, Ian. So why reveal the date that no one else knows about except for you? You know, baffles my mind. And yeah, you say you're not it. You still have the gall to say that you're not the one that's with the Shinobi Mafia Warriors. You know, that's...
Do you want to just do everybody a favor and remind everybody what this supposed date that the reveal of the new member of the Shinobi Mafia Warriors will be? Because what date is this member supposed to make his presence known at?
I said Fighters of the Survivors.
And when is Fighters of the Survivors? What day?
That is the next event. Not
Isn't
too
that
sure.
November 20?
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. I don't know 100% for sure.
I think if this is a really big hyped up event, people should be making mention of that date quite frequently. So then that way people that are interested in finding out could actually view on that date. Just a thought.
Like, you know, if Mercer was hyping up the event, you know, it's his group and everything, you know, that's understandable, you know. But the fact that somehow Ian knows about this, it's odd. Very, very odd.
You know, Ian, I'm not going to lie, it is a wee bit fishy.
Here, hold on. Really quick thought before we continue that. I see that Mr. Azevedo has raised a proposal to potentially be in my corner to raise me to new heights. And here's the deal. Unlike some of you guys that think you're so good and no room for improvement, I would, with open arms, welcome Mr. Azevedo in my corner to propel me to bigger and better things in this company so I could put another notch in my belt of something that I've done that nobody else has done in this company, I can say I have. So yes, if that's something that Mr. Azevedo ever wants to make happen, I completely welcome that with open arms. Just as a side note.
I see no reason why not.
That's where you're wrong, Dallas, because I'm open-minded. I'm, there's always room for improvement.
Yeah, we need the unicorn. Just saying.
But going back to that date, yeah, Ian, do you want to enlighten everybody how you know that supposedly at the Fighters of Survivors is when the third member of the Shimobi Warriors is going to make his or her reveal?
I'm simply saying that's a prediction.
Now you're backtracking and saying it's a prediction when you said before you knew for a fact it was at Fighters of the Survivors. You guys could go back, if you don't want to look at the entire hour-long video, I don't blame you guys. I don't.
Cody,
but
I did say that.
At like the 36-minute mark, I believe, you revealed the date. And for how anyone to know that, you never said it was a prediction. So now that you're trying to say, oh, I said that's a prediction, you never said that on the onset. You never said that on the onset. Now, if you would have said that on the onset, then maybe you would have saved yourself a little bit of your skin. But you failed to do that.
You know what? Right now, I saw Jesse's hashtag there, and I'm saying I'm hiring Mr. Azevedo if you wouldn't say.
Cody, you see, on that night, November 25th, you're going to come out of the closet and admit that it's you. And I'm saying that right now.
Hold up. You're cutting out a little bit, by the way.
I said on November 25th, you are going to come out of the closet and admit that you are the member.
Well, I could turn on my camera real quick and let you know I'm not in the closet. I'm
not a prediction.
I'm in my room.
Really biggest smarter.
I'm not in the closet. I'm in a room. There is a door. My closet is over. Well, technically that's my closet, but in terms of closed door closet, that's mine right there. I'm not in that. I'm in a room. So.
It's not a prediction, Cody. It's a spoiler.
Smart-ass comment aside, hey, good Paul Heyman line, where'd you get that from? Oh, I just said where you got that from. Anyway, because I did a whole thing of the dirt that I've got on you and all the shit that I put out there, was fucking...
You agreeing with Dallas is like me agreeing with Minor. And you spent a whole hour wasting your time trying to prove it was me? Cody, who else would do that if they weren't covering their own tracks?
You? You have a history of doing that. Now, I'm not going to hide my tracks. I admit I have a track record that's not so nice. And, the things that you said, in the past. Yeah, I've done that in the past. But see, here's the thing. I'm not going to hide behind that. I have my past. Everyone has their past. I'm not trying to cover that, hide that, in the dust and all that, and try to cover my tracks. I have nothing to fucking, not trying to say this because it's about this. It would be about this. But what would I have to gain for being with the guy like Mercer? A guy that broke my goddamn arm last year. What would be the point?
It would be very similar.
It would be a swerve.
And on top of that, you'd be pulling a Perfection 3.0, which you said at that time you had nothing to do with. And then what happened at Revolution Mania 2 in the main event? You fucking knew about it and you screwed Mercer the same way I think you're trying to screw all of us. Yeah. Now,
I think you're a little bit wrong when it comes to the Perfection thing. I don't think anything was I don't know anything about it. It just happened. It just happened at Mania. But you got that a little bit confused. Now, the swerve aspect, I can get. Pull a good old Vince Russo swerve, boys. But no.
Ian, you know what you remind me of? You remind me of that little kid in the classroom that farts in a quiet classroom and points to his buddy beside him that's the guilty one. That's what you remind me of, man.
I get.
And that's the truth.
All actuality, I could see Ian doing that. This whole thing aside, I could actually see you seeing that, Ian. That's not really a thing that's pointing towards this whole thing. That's just a little sidebar comment. And, if done correctly, it could be pretty funny. But, that's beside the point. But
let's table all this because do you not think this is what the Shinobi Mafia was want from all of us to be, against each other and then they sneak in and
normally, yeah, you know what, Jack, I do get your point, and you bring up a lot of good points in this whole thing. However, when so much shit points to one guy, that guy being Ian, with his mannerisms, certain mannerisms that he's done, and certain things that he's revealed that he shouldn't have revealed. Again, you're not exactly 350 pounds, wielding a fucking nail 2x4 like Abyss was. So, for you to try to do this and think you can get away with it, it's incredibly dumb on your part, man. So, for you to...
And Cody's cutting out. Nothing new.
Oh, there's was that?
Yes.
Okay. Fuck. You were cutting out a little bit ago, so I don't know how much you got. Brenda Sterling for President 2020.
You are cutting out.
Oh, would whoop Ian 3 weeks. Well, we have a court. And dude, I would whoop that guy so badly.
The challenge is still on the Cody. The challenge is still on the table.
That is true.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've heard your challenge because before then I've been out of the loop, and I'm still kind of out of the loop a little bit, but I'm a bit more caught up, so to speak. But before then, honest to God, I didn't even know you challenged me. Like, I've been dealing with personal things and things outside of here, all that. So I didn't even know that you challenged me. You've got the thing with Maximus. I've got this thing that I'm going to be posing in an interview with Matt Striker after this. So there's that. When the schedules clear up, both of ours, that is, then no, settle it in the middle of this ring, and have a nice 2 out of 3 falls match. That nice.
Buddy, I really not proposing round 2 between you and him.
Between me and Ian.
Nope, you and Maximus. And that's when this is over.
No. I can tell you right now, the story between me and Maximus has been written. If you ever want, I'm down. But there was a level of respect throughout the
But I will
story.
say that it's like that was said about me and the victories I've had over him. It's not exactly a victory until you beat him 1, 2, 3 or by submission.
It is a victory, but not the. I don't want to say not the right way, but not the traditional way, I guess, if that's the right terminology I can use. So, there could be, time down the road where...
But then again...
it's like, I beat him, but I didn't
Cody,
beat him.
Cody, you're not going to get the chance because I'm going to kill him. You're not even going to get the chance.
If you want... Ian, that's your business with Maximus. That's all you, man. Like that, I don't... you've got your business with Maximus. I still think part of it is because you were jealous about the whole thing that happened years back. Part of it, not all of it, but part of it, because the way that Maximus brought that up, and I think people will know what I'm talking about, when it came to, does that make you mad about how I was the one who at the time, not kind of bring that point up as a point of bragging or anything, but, putting it out there via, past things, that the confrontation or one of the things with you and Maximus Ian. But just the way you kind of put it like that, I think part of it, whether you want to admit it or not, part of it is because you were jealous of the fact that I ended Maximus at the time, and so you want to freaking end him yourself.
That and the fact that you really seem to be overcompensating a tremendous amount to say that it's going to take one. Ready for it, guys? Just one. Let's all say it together. One winged angel.
Here's the thing. It took Cody 10 RKOs.
Yeah, fuck. It took me 10 of those sons of bitches to fucking put Maximus down for a tank out. Guys, one tough bastard. I say that word bastard in the nicest way possible.
He knows that.
And you think it's just going to take you out of the 10 RKOs that it took Cody and all this other stuff, that it's just going to take you one religiously move to beat Maximus. I think that's a really big overcompensation on your behalf, Ian, there.
Well,
you can
to be
think
fair
that.
with that, I will kind of give Ian a little bit of credit. The one-wing angel is statistically a little bit more down than the RKO, so it could take less. But one, that's a bit of an overstatement there,
It's
Ian.
all I
Maybe
need.
five.
It's all I need.
You know what? If you're able to do that, then good on you. But if not, then
I will do it because
maybe
I
glass table,
know.
maybe glass tables. Fuck, maybe
Sure.
that might help.
I will eat my hat, but I don't have a hat.
I
Hold
am
on,
going
hold
to
on.
watch.
You know
I
what? Maybe
guarantee
Ian,
you-
if you do a one-wing angel from the top of a freaking 50-foot high stage through 10 glass tables, maybe, but even that, I don't know.
All I
see.
need is one.
Mm,
That is all I need, and I'm
I
going
don't know.
to shut all
What?
of you up.
I
And
think
it's going to happen.
if it like Ian, if you're able to do that, then good on you by all means. I'll eat a hat too. You know what? I'll eat a fucking hat. I bet. But
Sorry, but you're not the be all end all.
you're really
am
not. Wake up, call, buddy. You're not the be all end all, Mister Greatest Thing going.
I will be the end all of Maximus. I promise you that.
Well, hey,
That's
Cody
not-
said that same thing.
Hey,
And
I
that's-
talked the same way you did, Ian, and that's not the no. That
And
don't
now-
help you at all.
And hold on a minute. Wasn't there some, Ian, weren't you saying, I recall a month ago where you were trash talking, I think it was Axe Murderer or Minor, about how you were practicing a new move in Japan or perhaps your closet or somewhere,
Yes.
and that kind of disappeared. So whatever happened to revealing that move? Because there was the one-winged angel, which you said, that's your thing. That's your stick. But then there was another move you were practicing, which I believe you said you were saving for somebody else. But what was that move and who was that supposedly for?
That move was for Maximus. I am not revealing the name of that move just yet because it was meant to be debuted at Halloween
He
Havoc.
said in the comments that not even that's enough to stop him.
That move will be really, really close.
Well, so then if that's the case and it's for Maximus, you can't necessarily say that it's only going to take you one-winged angel to beat Maximus if you have another move that you're practicing to put in your arsenal to fight Maximus. You see what I mean? That's a contradiction.
He is the master of contradicting himself, so that's nothing new.
A fucking men to that. Like, that's the truth right there.
I'm no saint by any means of the word. I'm no saint, but I know one when I see one.
I said that in the terms of I thought Maximus was going to accept the match at the pay-per-view just happened. That's why I said it when I said it. In my defense.
You can get a little bit tense there, a little bit aggravated.
It's really kind of bad when your world champion really has a, dare I say, photographic memory and pays attention to every little word that everybody says. So when they try to erase what they said and I bring it up, their teeth start to chatter, their legs start to tremble, and they don't know what the fuck to say. It's kind of unfortunate, the fact that I remember things, isn't it, Ian?
Hey, Ian, don't forget.
No comment.
Get the lava. Get the lava. Another reference to a comment down there on the comments.
Fuck.
I'll just make it a reference to the comments. That. Calm down. Calm your tits. Okay. Calm your tits. Calm your belly if you need to.
Big tits.
Fuck, like.
That's
then again, it's Mercer with the big tits. So.
That can. The only person I can see saying that would be Jesse.
Get the lava? That was Jerry that said that.
Oh, I thought it was Jesse.
Not to discredit Jesse, but you gotta, again, there's a lot of people that are in the comments, that have been here, have very creative minds. Like we kind of touched on in another thing. I'm not gonna bring it up, but like. Nope. I really wonder here. I think, fire protected suit or whatever the hell aside, fuck. Some semi, breaking the fourth wall. Well, not really. Yeah,
Ian would have to. Ian's, trait there. He would have to perform that through the Google Hangout screen for that though. That's his MO. So
yeah. Well, okay. To be kind of fair with that, it's more Mercer's memo.
It really is.
well, he did do that a lot too. But the one-winged angel via Google Hangouts is has been pretty popular for Ian in the past. That's been his go-to for a while.
Ooh. Hey, Jack, do you see what I see in the comments from Jerry?
I love the match. I'm sure MySpace would love that.
Wonder how that would work.
It's
Well,
great.
I'm gonna head for a bit, so I'll let you guys wrap this up on your own. So,
Well,
Maximus,
this is your interview. This is your interview.
yeah, but I'm gonna head and give you guys the spotlight to promote your shit.
Oh, how nice and gracious of you, Mister. Oh, I'm gonna give you the spotlight. That very
Running,
nice and gracious of you.
Running when the times get tough.
Goodbye and good night.
That's
Bye.
it. Bang.
How it's
Stealing my stick.
don't watch it. I don't blame you. I didn't mean to go for an hour long, but I had a ton to say. I mean, that's not that normal for me, but fuck, But if you guys did look at that, the shit that I put on about Ian, it's very head-scratching.
What Jesse said, yeah, you're right. Someone would die from that.
Oh yeah, the Empire State Building is 1,454 feet tall. Who would be able to live after falling off that? Well, they would have to have a shit ton of luck.
I've been on the top of that thing.
They need exactly 100,000 rabbit's feet, I believe, or 4-leaf clovers. Even that probably will, be lucky enough.
Yeah, it's real scary when you're up there.
I've not been up there. Fuck, I'm
pretty sure in the past I have been booked on matches where we fought on the surface of the sun and somehow I survived. So
probably,
I think if I can survive on the surface of the sun while having a last man standing match,
have gone down here. You're more likely right.
I think like 3 years ago, the unknown was booked with, was it like John Cena or Hornswoggle or somebody on the surface of the sun? So, going on the Empire State Building, having a move delivered through 50-some glass tables and entering lava potentially wouldn't be much different.
And then somehow surviving.
You would need John Cena times a billion levels for that to even have a remote chance of surviving that. You would have to be a god.
Oh, you mean me? I'm just kidding.
I know what you're referring to, damn it. Jerry says, I want to have a match with Ian in the lava match on the moon. Wait, wouldn't that cancel out?
That's big.
Wouldn't that cancel out, though, the lava on the moon? Wouldn't that cancel each other out, then?
Scientifically speaking, I don't know.
I want to say it does cancel out, but I'm not 100% for sure.
I think you need a strong atmosphere to maintain the heat from the lava, but yeah, I don't necessarily want to turn this into a scientific, plausible discussion.
Interesting.
Let's just say it's possible and go with it. So
hey, it's already been it's possible. Make believe. Fuck it.
Yeah,
no, matches, I'm sure we'd be able to breathe on the moon.
Well, yeah. As Jerry says, anything in the NWS can happen because physics and logic don't apply. So,
yeah, fuck logic. Anyway, aside from that, Ian, even in this hangout, was being very, very sketchy. He tries to point the finger at me, which I find really funny, very hysterical. And, good effort. I can see. I don't have the best track record. It's an easy target. Easy. Point the gun. Boom. Target. But
in case anyone has the mind that it could be me, why would I lessen myself and my legacy to join them?
I'm not sure if anyone has said that, Jack, but I don't think that'd be.
I have no fucking. What's the word?
nothing to gain. Not trying to sound like egomaniac when saying that, but you know, like it's.
I've done everything. Why would I want to align with them?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go on the moon. I have Scooby gear, so I'm good to go on the moon, said Jerry. Oh man. Oh fuck. Reminds me, I need to have an ocean match where the entire match is under the water in the ocean with sharks everywhere.
I'm sure I'll come up with another strange match type for
something. Fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe mine and Ian's match could be a 2 out of 3 falls. First fall is in the ocean. The second fall is and on the moon, and then the third match is in lava. You know,
sharks.
Maybe fuck. Who knows? In the middle of this ring, where he constantly says "One Winged Angel."
I'm in my bedroom.
Hmm?
I'm in my bedroom. I'm not in the ring.
Right. Or maybe in the closet that he says I'm hiding in. Fuck. I think that'd be a bit hard, a bit crammed, but fuck, we'll figure something out. Fuck.
Well,
But-
I will say, if at the end of the day, if it does end up being Ian that's a part of this Shinobi Warriors, and he's revealed to be the one, I personally think that would be one of the stupidest decisions he's ever made, considering he just realigned with you, Jack, and formed the ISIS brothers. He's
Right.
been talking
Would be the stupidest mistake he's ever made in his career, because then he's got me to deal with.
But
I mean, Ian's stupid as it is, and before all these accusations, I have to think he wasn't that stupid, but he might be that stupid.
As a matter of fact, that goes to any one of you guys who I consider my brothers. If it's any one of you, I'm not going to hold back.
And then I get an infested swamp in Cody Mercer's classroom with Stanley. Oh God, Mercer as a teacher with Stanley as the. Oh God, oh God, what the hell kind of class is he teaching? Oh,
Thanks.
I would. Is it bad that I would want to see and find out?
That's why he's a pedophile. Teaching sex ed.
Well, fuck, I'm a sex head. Oh, fuck. Oh my God. Oh, whew. Shit. But no, going back to it, I really think Ian, there's a lot of things Ian is on. He's on a redemption story, whether he likes it or not. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not really, there's nothing wrong with a redemption story, and it makes sense for him to have one. He came back after months after stabbing you in the back, Jack, and, over something completely stupid, but.
You reminding of that when was last year?
Around this time last year, almost, actually, I believe. So,
Oh, that makes it even more suspicious.
that does, I
It's
really want to
always this time. Around this time, something happens.
yeah, it's weird. So I would not put it past him. I really wouldn't.
Guys, it's always around this time.
Fucking, like I said, I'm not a damn saint, but I still find it fucking hilarious that Ian is trying to point the finger at me. That's just fucking hilarious. Because I fucking pulled all the dirt that I had on him from the 3 Aces clubhouses. Because I looked at all of them. I did.
But
I
you
looked at all of them.
waste your time and look at all of them.
Yes, I did. I looked at all of them because I knew Ian was gonna run his damn yapper and fucking,
I just think it's interesting that the person that's the leader of the group, supposedly, from my understanding, is Cody Mercer. And everybody else is talking about this third member, yet the person that's the leader of the group hasn't made one mention of this new member, at least from my recollection.
it could be a sign that he's, maybe planning to hide Ian's tracks, or he may have been caught out in the act and is just staying silent. It could be one of those cases. But
all I'm saying is, if you thought Randy Orton putting his fingers in Jeff Hardy's ears was bad, Oh, you didn't say nothing.
Minding of that.
I'm
Oof.
just saying, if it's you or anyone else,
Believe me, it's not me.
you're for the worst.
So here's the deal. Hypothetically, because you know how you always say that the story between you and Cody is done, for example, Jack.
Hmm?
Let's say Cody, it happens to be Jack, or Jack, it happens to be Cody. Then technically, wouldn't that re-enable the fact that you two could have a match in the future? If one of you two is revealed as the member, hypothetically?
That's why I have no intentions of being that guy.
Yeah.
I don't want another match.
There's way other things besides that would give me a reason that I will not be a member.
I have said before, you better not have any more plans to do what you've done before.
Nah, man. Fuck. Again, our story has been told.
Fuck with me,
Our story has been told.
I will fuck with you.
Our story has been told over and over and over and over.
They don't need to hear it again.
Exactly. Like Mercer is secretly the one above all. He has the power. He has the power to end all existence. Be careful of him.
Technically I do because well.
You know why? How would that go if Mercer was indeed one above all? What kind of world would we be in? I'm very, very curious.
I want to think about that.
I don't know how long this thing has been going on. I feel like I've been dragging it a little bit. So my bad. Fuck.
Can we end this shit?
Yeah, I just got one question before we end it. One question. I don't know if this is still going on too, not to reignite some old feuds, but you remember how Scott, Cody, you had said that Scott was potentially, or no, it was Ian that was saying Scott was potentially the new member as well. And you were saying that Scott isn't because he's dumber than a bag of dicks. How exactly can you be dumber than a bag of dicks? That's my
very
question.
hard, but in Ian's case, he fits the role. Fuck.
I've never heard that expression before, though. I've never heard that expression being dumber than a bag of dicks. Like this is. Cody said that Scott is dumber than a bag of dicks.
No, I said Ian was. I said Ian was.
Brothers with Scott. Why would you even say something like that?
I didn't. I said that about Ian, not Scott. Why would I say that about Scott?
No, you said that. You did though. You did say that about Scott because you said it couldn't be Scott because Scott is, unless it was Cody Bernard that said that, but I'm sure you said that Scott couldn't be the member because he's not smart enough to do it, that he's dumber than a bag of dicks.
I don't believe I said that. That was probably Cody Bernard you're thinking of.
I'm not accusing
that would make a lot of sense if it was Cody that said that.
Cody, I'm not accusing Scott, but I'm just saying if if you really said that.
I didn't. That wasn't me. Cody Bernard, he's a fucking big ass fucking troublemaker over there.
I would prove you wrong if you said that about me.
No, like if I said that line, it was about Ian. If Cody said that, then he was probably talking about Scott because Cody and Scott have their thing going on. Whatever the fuck it is, I don't know.
But I'm just curious, how can one be dumber than a bag of dicks? Like I've never heard that expression before.
Very weird that Cody brought that up. I've heard it elsewhere, I think, from fucking where have I heard it from? Oh no! I know where I've heard that from. I know where Cody got that from. He got that from Grimm's Toy Show. I know exactly where he got that from.
Oh, that piece of shit.
I don't know how that makes any sense according to Cody, but whatever.
I just your world champion just performed a Google search to find it out, and that was probably the biggest mistake of my life. Probably came up with some results that we're not.
I bet it came up with some not so nice looking sausage results.
I think your world champion is going to have to reset his browsing history in case somebody views it and thinks that I am of the homosexual nature there.
Yeah,
I would history there.
Yeah, Cody. What the hell's up with that? I know you got your ass whooped, but whenever you could talk again or whatever the hell that is, explain that. Why use that terminology? Hold on. I know. He might be hanging out with Randolph Burnham a little bit too much there. Maybe. Just theory.
I'm curious as to what this was that proposal you said you had to wait through.
you won't have to wait too long to find out because after this, after a little bit, I'm
be allowed to be there to hear
yeah.
this.
Well, you're the owner. It would be fair, I guess. Yeah, why not?
Well, I mean, considering how I'm the one that breaks things and whatnot.
Yeah, I asked for an interview with Striker in the comments. I don't know if you've seen, but I was around the comments before I hopped in here. But I had mentioned to Matt Striker that I have a proposed match that I want to do for the next pay-per-view, and
I'm the one that's again booking it, so I think
yeah, of course, that's fine. You can be there for that part. That's fine.
I'm not
I was asking for an interview in general, but I figured I'm like, I have this idea. Why not? But, yeah, that's fine.
I'm just curious.
That's fine. I think you might like it. I just get a feeling.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I think unless Dallas has any more questions or anyone else, then we should end this because it's going to turn into a drag.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to ask any more questions because that Google search kind of scarred me a little bit. So, no, I think I'm done for now. I think I'm done for now.
We're good.
Okay.
Striker, you can go and end this, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead. End it, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
And very short bit.
Bye-bye.